They linger, and the intent behind the message is clear. His pupils become blown, swallowed up by the whole of his iris. I mean it when I say that you really don't want me to act on those impulses. Yes, I do. I'm gonna save, but yes, I do. I got stabbed in my hand today. Now that I got your attention, hi, welcome to Close to Obsession. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and if not, I hope I make your day a little bit better. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Now, I'm not going to drag this on. I'm not going to sit here and give y'all half of the story and the rest later or anything like that. I'm moving my chair, so there we go. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Nothing crazy out of the sorts happened, okay? I just got stabbed in the hand. So I woke up this morning and I saw there was a couple of dishes in the sink. I decided to wash those dishes, and one was a glass cup, and I've had this glass cup for years, and I don't know what happened. Maybe the water was too hot. I don't know, because of my burns. And that's another story. I'm a burn victim, by the way. Because of my burns, I can't feel very well in my hand. So I don't know if the water was too hot. I don't know what happened. I don't know, maybe I dropped it in the dishwater and it cracked and I just didn't realize it or whatever. But as I'm washing it, I'm putting my hand in it because my hand's small enough to fit in the cup. And I'm like twisting and cleaning it, right? With the sponge. I'm cleaning it, and all I heard was like, it was just like it's like fast, so fast. But then I swiped twice on the thing because I was cleaning it fast. I was trying to wash dishes fast because I was trying to hurry up and record. And I swiped, and after the clink, so like 2 swipes, and the piece of glass that broke caved inward and stabbed me in the hand. That is pretty much what happened. I am okay. My hand is fine. I can't bend my pinky, but that's because I have a bandage on my hand, not because like, oh, it's damaged something. It didn't go through my hand or anything like that. The cut is deep, but it's not like excruciating crazy or anything like that. So I'm okay. And just in case I don't say it, or if I forget to say it in the comment section, thank you for the well wishes, because I know you guys be checking on me, for 1, and 2, I know you guys be like, oh my god, boy, please be careful. I hope you're okay. Because I'm never okay. We left off here. There's a crazy bear looking at us through the window, stalking us, and now we don't know what happened. You stop breathing. Their foots hover in the air, toes pointed outwards before lowering their sneakers to the ground. The movement itself is slow, jerky, a sharp contrast from how they acted 2 seconds earlier. So, yeah, they were like walking around and stuff, and then they stopped and stared at us. I think that's what happened, that they stopped and looked at us for some odd reason. Their head ticks in your direction like a broken wind-up doll turning its head. They examine you, waiting for a possible reaction. You refuse to give them one, or give the hint that you've taken notice of them. They pivot with slow exaggeration before the way I would run. The way I'd be like, Max, help me! And again, I'm trying to fix the OBS stuff, so if you can't hear the sound of the game, good, because I don't get any money from this game because of the music. Where was I at? I'm sorry. Exaggeration before pressing themselves up against the window, peering inside while looking right to left, before refocusing their attention on you. They bring their hand up and slightly lift their mask. They presume that they're going to take it off, but instead, they blow a puff of air onto the window, fogging it up. You squint as they bring up their pointer finger. They're writing something. I know you're watching me. Well, there's nothing else to look at. Like, okay. Smiley face. Oh my god. Your entire body goes cold as they wipe away the words and repeat their process of fogging up the window. Want to play with me? I promise. I'm more fun than your friend. I don't know. My friend is kind of fine. He is kind of fun. No, give me hearts. When's the last time you checked on him anyway? How did they know someone else is here with you? Wait. You snuck in a harsh breath and your head jerks towards the ceiling with a gnawing horror. You don't hear Mac's footsteps anymore, not even a creak. You drop your chin and finally spin towards the window, but the stranger is gone, leaving one last smiley face in their wake with their eyes X'd out. You hurry to check the locks. Rattle. Okay, so is it locked? Thankfully, Max must have locked them after you entered. With concern out of the way, you head towards the back, rushing up the creaky wooden staircase. Okay, you burst through the loft door without warning. You stumble in your panic as one of your shoes catches on the wooden flooring. One of the panels lifted a centimeter higher than the others. By some miracle, you manage to catch yourself. Max! Max! Your eyes do a quick scan of the surrounding area. There's a coffee-colored couch with a matching tea table in the dead center of the living room. Crumpled up papers littering the surrounding floor, scribbled with measurements of woodworking plans, as an abandoned easel sits tucked in the faraway corner. Mac's bedroom and bathroom are a straight shot from where you're standing, and a quick peek tells you that he's not here. Where is he? If he hurt Max. The way I'm gonna take revenge? If you hurt his fine self, oh, goodness. The image of the stranger in the bear mask standing over Mac's corpse flashes through your mind. Oh no. Your breath comes quicker as you rush back down the steps, desperate to confirm he's okay, desperate to find him, when your body slams into a hard form of another. Oh my God, the bear got in here. I'm dead. Go ahead and call me. Go ahead and just let me go. Let me make sure everything is set. I didn't even check anything in OBS, at least the picture sizing, because sometimes the different size pictures of the games will be bigger. So just to show y'all, like sometimes it'll be like this, and then I have to go in and be like, crap, I gotta fix it. So yeah. The owner of the said body lets out a grunt on impact. Whoa, easy there, Tater Tot. Max is okay. Oh, Max, I was so worried about you. Oh, God, look at him. Let me calm down. I was so worried about you, Max. Max steadies you by grabbing your shoulders. Is everything okay? Your eyes are looking a little red. You clutch the front of his shirt as if to ground yourself while launching rapid-fire questions at him. Where were you? There was someone. They asked when I last saw you and... Hey, calm down. Deep breaths. One thing at a time, alright? A person, someone strange, is loitering around the storefront. They were skipping around wearing a bear mask. Then they saw me and asked me through written messages weird shite, like if I wanted to play, and asked when the last time I heard you upstairs was. You press a hand to your forehead. I couldn't find you, so I started to panic. Are they still out there? Max, baby, honey, sweetie, don't get mad. Deep breaths, okay? Okay, deep breaths, okay. Take out that anger and frustration you feel towards that man that scared me on this cocoa bean. Just go ahead. I don't mind. Sometimes you just need a little frustration and anger relief. No, they disappeared. I checked to make sure that they were gone and that the storefront was locked before looking for you. Where were you? I heard a weird noise coming from outside in the back, so I went to check it out. Alone? This area is fenced off, remember? And we've got that nasty wiring, so it's impossible to climb over. Right? His grandfather was a paranoid man, as he should be. If y'all got people running around with freaking bear costumes on and stuff, absolutely not. Despite the seemingly safe environment of a town like Mapleweather, Mac's grandfather didn't trust anyone and took extra precautions to show it. Though, with the person you just encountered, you're beginning to think that he had the right idea. Did you find anything? Not really. He avoids your gaze while saying it. Why does it feel like he's hiding something from you? No, that's not important right now. I think we should call someone. I know they'll probably dismiss it as a prank, but we should at least make a report. We'll have to make one later. Right now, most everyone's in a town meeting. That would explain the lack of people milling around. You're ruminating over the best course of action to take when you notice Max staring at the front door while he thinks you're not paying attention. Don't tell me he came back. I'm gonna be so scared. His lips are pressed into a tight line. Oh no. You know that look. That's the look of a man prepared to do something stupid. Max rarely gets angry enough to get physical. One rare such occurrence happened back in high school, where a classmate got under his skin, resulting in him taking the first swing and getting suspended. You know, that was me as a kid. And that face right there, that's a man determined to hurt. And I personally don't feel like Max would hurt me, right? But I do feel like he would do anything to everyone else. He never spoke of what the guy said, though. You don't doubt Max had a justifiable reason for doing what he did. But it still doesn't negate the fact that Max is, no doubt, going to get himself injured or worse if he gets impulsive. Max? He blinks like he's registering the fact that you're still standing there. His fist loosens. There's an unwinding of his shoulders, and you know what he's going to say before he says it. Why don't you go upstairs and relax for a bit? I need to check on something. No, Max, no. He heads towards the front. You follow close behind, hot on his heels. Max, what exactly do you think you're doing? Nothing you need to worry about. Go upstairs, Tater Tot. You manage to circle him before throwing your arms out, using your body as a barrier to keep him from going any further. Oh, no, you don't. We stick together. Haven't you learned from horror movies that nothing good ever comes from splitting up? He cocks his head and gives you a slight smile. Doesn't reach his eyes. Are you saying you're worried about me? Why wouldn't I be? Some strange person out there skulking about, and you're charging in head first without considering the worst case scenario or what their intentions are. I mean, they could have a gun. Like, best case, they have a knife and they don't know how to use it. Worst case, they have a gun and you don't need to know how to use a gun to hurt somebody. I'm just saying. You're always foregoing your own safety for the sake of others. Of course I'm worried. Max appears like he wants to say something, but thinks better of it. Your brows furrow. There it is. It's that same look again. The same one he wore back at the inn when you said that you were here for work. Max quickly conceals his emotions that your statement elicited and instead responds to your earlier comment. I think you've got a few things mixed up, Tater Tot. I wouldn't do this for just anyone. I'm doing it because you're important to me, and I'd rather some creep not chase you out of town when you just got here. So please just let me take care of this. Well, the person you're doing this for would rather you not. I don't want him to get hurt. But looking at Max, I don't think he's going to get hurt. I just think he's going to hurt someone, and then we lose him to prison. I'll be fine. Look, I promise I can take care of myself. Just one loop around the block, no big deal. And I promise I'll be right behind you, stepping on your heels. You're not coming with me. Cool, then neither of us are going. Glad we had this discussion, because we can go back and forth. Don't you trust me? We can go back and forth. Look, listen. The reason why somebody like me would work with somebody like Max is because I argue. I argue and I fight. But, you know, a couple of kisses and hugs and cuddles, and I calm down. I'm quick. Sorry, I thought I heard the door. I'm quick to anger, but I can calm down with a couple of kisses and hugs and stuff, Max. That's all you gotta do. Trust has nothing to do with this. Don't even go there. You're really not gonna let me through, are you? You give him a dry look. No, I'm just standing around here T-posing for fun. then you're really not going to like what I'm going to do next. What are you? Max! One moment your feet are planted firmly on the ground, and the next you're getting hauled over one of Max's shoulders like a bale of hay. Upsy daisy, Max says as he marches straight towards the back. Max, what the actual frick? You struggle to break free from his hold, but his muscle arms refuse to budge. I mean, we could be mad at him, right? But this is actually kind of hot. Hold on. He can pick me up if you like. He doesn't even break a sweat from how much you're thrashing around. Like, he could pick me up anytime he wants to. What does he do? Deadlift cows in his spare time? Max goes on as though this is a normal interaction. I've got sodas, water, and beer in the fridge. There's a few things you can cobble together to make a sandwich if you're hungry. If you need to use the bathroom, you'll need to hold down the lever or it won't flush all the way. Let's see, what else? You're going to kill him. If that vaguely threatening stranger doesn't, then you're actually going to shake him around like a rag doll. I mean, ma'am, he is tussling with you. You're thrashing around. You're trying to break free from his hold, and yet you cannot break free from his hold. He's literally holding you down. Not with your hands, but with your teeth. Those are some violent thoughts. You may have also spoken aloud. Why did you say it out loud? Like, oh, I'm going to rag you around like a with my teeth, like a rag doll. Max plops you right at the entrance of his loft. His body moves faster than the speed of light because as soon as he puts you down, you gun for the door to keep him from closing it. But you're too late as Max retreats a single step and seals the door shut. You can tell that Max must be holding it from the other side, and you can hear him messing around. Max, open this damn door. What's the password? This isn't funny. Open the door before I kick your butt. Oof, sorry. That was a trick question. There's no secret password. Now sit tight. I'll see you in a bit. You pound harder at the wood before throwing your full weight against the door. Max, let me out of here. You hear him whistling to himself as he thumps his boots on the staircase as he heads downstairs. Yes, I know Max is doing this with good intentions. No, I don't like it. The whistling fades as you hear a soft jingle from the front door of the store opening and closing, leaving you stuck until he returns. If he returns. Because what if he doesn't? Then you have to think about it, right? If he doesn't return, right? Let's say he go out there thinking like he's some big tough country boy, right? And the dude shoots him. Boom, right in the head. Down on the floor. Max is gone. Completely. Forever. Now this man got the keys to the freaking store. And he knows I'm in here somewhere. And there's a locked door. That's my first thought. There's a locked door. And God forbid there's no way out of here. Because if he doesn't have a window up here in this loft, oh, I'm screwed. You're trying to be pessimistic, but the stranger from earlier set off major warning bells because they knew you, or at least knew of you. They'd known Max was with you. They'd even gone as far as copying the costume you wore from your commercials and then rewrote the jingle about a barrel winding up gutting after getting lost. Yeah, that is so creepy. It felt like a threat. And now Max is walking straight towards the person who made it. You pulled out your cell phone trying to dial Max's old number. Something you, thankfully, remembered by heart even after all this time. Sorry, I was hanging up my phone. But to your horror, the line never picks up. For some reason, in this tiny makeshift apartment, there's no signal. You can't make any outgoing calls. Okay, so he left me behind with no signal, and if Winnie the Pooh breaks in with the intent to murder me, I'm shite out of luck. I'm not the only one thinking it. Thank you, unknown hermit. Thank you, I appreciate it. Cause this would have been my first thought. It's like you locked me in a place where he could easily get to me. Yes, you're strong, but I mean, There's stuff that can mow you down, Max. Brilliant plan, Max. Love to see you think things through. You know that you're being harsh, but he forcibly locked you in a room with no way out. But didn't you try blocking him from leaving? What's the difference between using your body and a door? I mean, okay, so now that you put it like that, I can, yeah, because you did the same thing technically. The quiet voice inside your head asks. You close your eyes and rest your forehead against a slab of wood barricading you inside. Because I wasn't trying to get myself killed. And maybe that's all the difference. You're not entirely angry because you're stuck here, though it doesn't help. You're angry because he's acting on impulse to protect you, which is a deterrent to himself and his own well-being if this person isn't unhinged as he appears to be. Yes, it's like as if he doesn't care about himself. Like, protect yourself, protect the people you love. Like, both should be a combination. I get it, like, men want to be the strong, big guys that throw themselves in front of a gun. If somebody points a gun, throw themselves in front of danger for the love of their life or for their families and stuff. But listen, it's like, it's not. How do you think we feel when something bad happens to you because you threw yourself in front of danger for us? That would eat me alive if Song did that. I would be lost. I would be devastated, hurt even. Like he's throwing away his life for nothing, all because he thinks that he can take care of everything on his own. Even when he fell off the roof, he brushed off both yours and Patty's concern. This is so frustrating. Your nails dig into the wood. I would be angry too. Just, what are you thinking out there, all by yourself? ... You're not sure how much time passed since Max locked you up here. Your arms are wrapped around your legs with your back pressed against the door after a failed attempt at pulling off the knob when you hear a familiar thump of boots. You go to stand up right as Max swings open the door. So, I couldn't find a trace of him, but it looks like they're no longer... Whoa, hey, what are you doing? You push past Max and head down the staircase. I am telling you, I would be angry too. This is understandable. This is a wholeheartedly understandable thing. You refuse to say anything and even look at him. Your hands balled up into a fist as you descend, like he wants to get punched. Hang on now, just wait a second. He follows after you and goes to grab your shoulder when you reach the middle of the store. You jerk away in response. You have nothing to say to him right now. Please just talk to me. There's a desperate plead in his voice. When you continue to walk away, you hear him whisper something underneath his breath. Please don't leave me again. Max, you... I want to be angry at him. I do. I want to be angry at Max, but when you say stuff like that, it makes me melt. You pause. You don't know if you heard him right. What was that? It's nothing. I said nothing. He's lying, and you turn to face him, watching as his gaze remain locked on the shelves off to the side. I just wanted you to talk to me, that's all. You scoff. And why should I when you don't listen? When my words seem to hold no value in the first place? But it wasn't that big of a deal for me. I'm fine, see? Well, locking me up for who knows how long and the possibility of you getting hurt is a big deal for me. Like when you fell off the roof, it's like you couldn't give a shite if you lived or died. Why can't you just... You shake your head in frustration before spitting out the words. Why can't you just care about yourself more? The words burst out of your chest and they come out louder than intended, but you don't regret saying them. You admit that you love how Max deeply cares for others, but it also terrifies you due to the major lack of balance he has when it comes to his own self-interest. I understand this so deeply, I do. Like he destroyed himself just to make others happy. The very thought rattles you, shakes you to your core. Max remains quiet for a moment before he angles his head to the side. Well, the answer to that is simple. An unsettling gleam flashes behind those familiar forest green eyes of his, a cold detachment sweeping just beneath the surface. You take a reflective step back, because I don't. If I die, it doesn't really matter all that much to me. But when it comes to you, he shakes his head. I don't care about my safety or well-being, that's a fact. But to me, as long as you're breathing, as long as you're safe, nothing else matters. Because if you weren't, he steps into you and brushes your cheek with the back of his knuckle as he bends down and turns his lips towards your ear. His voice a gentle murmur. The world could not handle me or the thing I become. Oh no. We created a psycho. He's a psycho. Look at that face. He's a psycho. Okay, 10-4. He's a psycho. The air rushes out of your lungs at the intensity of his confession, a stark contrast of his soft and gentle touch. You swallow hard. For some reason, the memory of Max saying that anyone could become a monster under the right set of circumstances comes rushing back to you. Were you his reason? That's a scary thought. I would become a monster for the right person. That is a scary thought. You just gave me an idea, unknown hermit. I promise if I can bring this idea to life. And I remember this because, my memory is terrible. And I want people to remind me of this. Please remind me of this. If I can bring my idea to life. I want y'all to be like, unknown hermit gave her that idea. Oh my God. I just came up with a good idea for a story. I'll put it to play. I'll let y'all know if it comes to life. Or you'll know. But oh man, this is crazy. The thing that could tip him over the edge? Or is he just being dramatic? You genuinely can't tell. Or maybe you're hoping that's not the case. You try to calm your frantic and unsteady beat of your heart and turn your face slightly towards his. He's so close you can see the flakes of gold in his irises. Feel the body heat radiating off of him in waves. And if that makes me uncomfortable, you ask, your voice quiet. I avoid doing most things that make you uncomfortable where I can help it, but not when it comes to your safety. That's my one non-negotiable. So even if that means I have to do things that'll end up making you hate me, I'll do it. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep you safe. I think I might be his one thing to turn him into a monster. You realize how insane that sounds, right? Was he always this intense? You don't remember seeing this side of him before. But most of your days growing up were carefree and lacked any actual risks. Maybe he's right. Maybe there are things you don't know about him. I guess you can say it does. But if I ever have to see you oh no, Max. He cuts himself off as if he's weary of sharing too much, and his gaze shudders. If anything were to happen to you, I know myself well enough to know I couldn't handle a world without you in it. Max, how did you last so long with me moving away from our hometown and you staying? And why do my feelings not matter if I ever have to see the same happen to you? Because it's clear that you can live without me. You balk. Is that what he really thinks? But yes, the conviction in his voice betrays his honest feelings. Do you really not think I care about you? So much so that I'd be fine if you died? He drags his gaze to the floor And you can tell whatever he's thinking is linked to what he tried hiding from you back at the inn. The same tortured expression comes over him. Sorry, shouldn't have said that. Oh, but you did, Max. You did. And that hurts. That really hurts. I don't want nothing to happen to you, just like you don't want nothing to happen to me. No, Max. Tell me what you're really thinking. He shakes his head. He still won't look at you. I don't think that's a good idea. We should just take a breather for the night. Max, we'll run into the same cycle if we don't address it. No, you're already stressed and you've had a long day and you see that? That's the entire problem, you say, interrupting his stream of words. My wants over yours, my needs over yours, my feelings over yours, my life over yours. Max, I'm not uncomfortable because you want to keep me safe. Aside from the obvious of you locking me into a room to, quote, protect me, I'm uncomfortable because you're doing everything to the detriment of yourself and your own well-being. For once in your life, just do what you think is a selfish thing and tell me what's on your mind. Stop worrying about what I'll think. He shakes his head, taking a step back, but you refuse to let him fall into the same old habits, because if he keeps going, he will get himself killed. You grab onto his wrist, not hard enough to hurt him, but enough to keep him from pulling away completely. Max, just talk to me, please. He bites his lip, so hard in fact that you think that he's going to break skin. He closes his eyes, opens them, looks everywhere else but you. You never confronted him about this before, never forced him to show his hand. But witnessing death and imagining it happen to your friend is a powerful thing, especially when you know you can stop it. You won't sit idly by. With the stranger, you couldn't do anything. But with Max, you damn well know you can. So you wait. And you wait. Until finally the pressure from the shared silence and the weight of your hands gets to him. And the dam that Max was holding in breaks. Please, Max, express how you feel. I know you can live without me, Max says as his gaze collides with yours. His voice cracks. I know you can live without me because you never once came to visit Maple Weather after you left for the city. And when you do, it's for a job. Not to see me, not to see anyone else. A job. Oh, so that's what's hurting him. We left and didn't tell him where we were going, and so he's sad. Max let out a quiet bark of self-deprecating laughter, like he can't believe he's admitting this. He scrubs his hand down his face before bulldozing on. And I get it, I do. I really do. You deserve to have everything you've ever wanted, and I never wanted to take that away from you. But not even one call, not even one goodbye, not even one hint at where you were going or how I could get a hold of you after you left. I spent the entire day after graduation tearing the town apart in search of you when none of my calls went through the next morning. I thought something happened to you. I was scared shitless and I couldn't take it. My head kept going towards the worst case scenarios, figuring that you wound up injured or you were in a hospital or left for dead. I went near insane only to find out through the grapevine that you up and left when your parents kicked you out. So then I calmed down and waited for you to reach out. I figured you needed some time to settle down, time to gather your bearings and adjust to your new routine and new way of life. It was understandable, but then days of waiting became weeks, weeks became months, and time kept marching on. Max, oh Max, look, he closed his eyes, Max. You never called. Poor Max. So he thinks that, yeah, you can live without me because when you left and got thrown out of your family's house, you never reached out. And that's a fault on you, voyia. That is a fault on you. I forced myself to accept the reality of never hearing from you again, of never seeing your smile or hearing your laugh or feeling your anger or talking about your day or all the little moments that made my world just a bit brighter. He tears his hand through his hair, his ponytail coming loose like a spool of threads unraveling. He looks like he's trying not to cry. You say I'm your best friend. You say you care about me. But if that were true, then you wouldn't contact me. You would have given me something to work with. I'm not saying you had to. If you wanted to cut me off, that's okay, I get it. Maybe I did something to warrant that reaction, and I needed to deal with the consequences. But now I'm struggling with the concept of you saying that you care about me when you've said and done two wholly separate things. I am a firm believer, heavily, and I'm sorry about the man mowing the lawn. I swear he does it every day. I'm a firm believer that your actions speak louder than words. Y'all need to start showing more than telling me like this. Like, that's kind of like how it is. Like, don't tell me that you love me. Show me that you love me. Don't tell me that you'll be a better person. Show me that you'll be a better person. Don't tell me that you are going to change. Show me that you're going to change. And I'm a firm believer, and I stand on that. I genuinely can't make sense of it. Max, No, don't. He shakes his head. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like you pity me. I'm not the child pet you left behind, Tater Tot. I'm a man who's been sitting here in the wake of your absence, wondering what I did to push you away from me. Wondering what I did that didn't help you feel I was safe enough space to communicate those feelings with me. The last thing I want from you is pity. Oh, Max. You stand there, processing the truth of his feelings, his unfiltered honesty. You're putting your own grievances from earlier aside because he's finally opening up. From start to finish, ever since you were kids, he's been your best friend, and you want to work through this with him. You can address your own qualms later. Not to mention, he isn't entirely wrong, not in this regard anyway. Alright? Then, what do you want, Max? No matter how selfish you may think it is, no matter how it affects me or anyone else, what do you want? His eyes go to your lips. Max, if that's what you wanted, I wanted it the moment I saw you. You could have put your mouth on me right then and there in front of Patty. I don't even care. They linger, and the intent behind the message is clear. His pupils become blown, swallowed up by the whole of his iris. I mean it when I say that you really don't want me to act on those impulses. Yes, I do. I'm gonna save, but yes, I do. I want him to act on his first impulse. I want him to kiss me. Try me. You say and lift your chin, forcing him to either fold or take what he wants. His eyes widen in response. His gaze searches yours, like he's waiting for you to tell him you're joking, his breath coming quicker when he realizes you're not. You can see his pulse thumping against his neck. You sure about this? I know what I said, Max. Now take it. Take me right. I already unzipped my drawers. Come on, let's go. I am ready. Aren't y'all ready too? We tired of this, Max. We're tired of this. You can be obsessed with me. Your words are a challenge as you enter his personal space. His hands rise to cup your cheeks. They're trembling slightly, and his thumb brushes against the curve of your cheekbone. His Adam's apple bobbing as he swallows. I mean, I swallow too, and I don't spit, and I don't gag, and no, let me stop. I'm not stopping. No. And I'll look you in the eyes. Okay? Like, don't ever challenge me on this one, Max. His face draws near. It's not hard to tell that he's nervous. You can't help but notice the irony. He's sure hesitant for a guy who talks big. Tell me to stop right now, and I'll stop. You have my full permission right now. So don't stop and just keep going. Oh, goodness. You gaze locked and his thumb shifts, sweeping over your bottom lip as if entranced. Then he moves his thumb aside before finally brushing his lips over yours. Gentle and light, you shift closer to each other as you kiss, tentative and achingly slow. Uncertain, but curious. Max's hand slips to your cheeks, to your waist, and your arms wind around his shoulders. A soft sigh slips and you feel Max go still upon hearing the sound, his eyes narrowing, those hands on your hips tightening. Something inside of him snaps. Oh, that... Amen. Go ahead and let loose. I'm trying to be sore tomorrow. I'm trying to be sore tomorrow. I'm talking throat and everything else you can think of. I'm trying to have everything sore. I'm trying to have my back cracked. I'm trying to have things. I'm trying to have your child. Like, let's get this started immediately. You're left gasping as the attentive kiss goes from a gentle hesitance to a raging inferno when Max's muscular arms encircles you, pushing you backwards into a set of shelves. Jesus, he's on you now. It's intense, borderline frantic and desperate. You're left gasping for air as you somehow find yourself away from shelves and you're back flat on the counter. The heck just happened? Your mind is swimming after that kiss. Max stands, leaning over you. And that's where I'm gonna stop it. I know. Listen, I'm so scared that the game's gonna mess up again, and I've already put it in parts anyway, but thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I really don't know what to say here. I got what I wanted, kind of. But is it truly what I want? I want y'all to leave y'all thoughts in the comment section about this whole thing, about what happened between me and Max, how it all happened, the argument. Was it right for me to force him to open up? Is this getting a little too intense? Is this like, I don't know, because you got to think about it. We've known each other since we were kids, and he's been in love with me. I don't know. He hasn't really said he's been in love with me. He just said he was waiting for me. But you can tell that he's in love with you. So he's probably been in love with me forever, and we just never knew it. You know how, people get into that teenage year or whatever, right? And they're like, oh, my childhood best friend is getting some humps and curves and lips and everything else. And so probably around teenage years, he probably was like, yeah, like we were friends when we were kids, but now I freaking love you. So I just want to know y'all y'all, I'm gonna pick y'all brain, okay, for information, because not that I want you to break anything. I want to know how you would feel if this happened to you, if you were in my shoes, because this is you, so it's me. But if you were in my shoes right now and this was your childhood friend and he was being this intense with you, would you be comfortable with this intensity? Would you be not so comfortable? Would this be too much for you? Me personally, while yeah, I talk a big game when it comes to these games, I honestly would be a little like on guard. I'm like, you've known me all your life. Why didn't you reach out? Why didn't you come find me? And I know he came looking for me or whatever, but if you love somebody like this, because you could tell he loves me. He definitely, he hasn't said the love word. Now let's be clear. He has not said the love word, but you can tell that he loves her. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Grab a snack on your way out, and peace and love. Stay safe out there, everybody. I love you guys. Bye-bye.